Well, hello people of YouTube and internet, I'm TTP, back with another project of mine, my thumbnails. Okay, as I can tell by the thumbnail of this thumbnail, I was missed with my deadline. How much missed? Well, not missed like I have tons of thumbnails, but missed I have more than 20, I don't remember. Like, I usually wait until I have 12, 13 and then start making videos, but because recently I was about to have my hiatus for 12 months, I started getting the panic mode and decided to make stuff for my reaction and gaming stuff because it's easier, and I don't want to have a finished project because they're easier and all project will be finished. This drawing one, the easier chance I will have the very unfinished project. But also very good news, the chance of my hiatus actually could be cancelled. Again, it's not solid, either it will happen, I will not. I will make a video explaining everything everywhere. But for now, my hiatus could happen. Or maybe could not, who knows. So yeah, so basically a bunch of stuff. Almost again now start making thumbnails. I start making 2 videos in the same day, and then I change to one day and then the next day. With some exceptions, but I'm not trying to do that. You can actually like an idea, so maybe after I make sure, I will maybe keep doing this. Although it will be hard, but maybe I will manage it. Somewhat figure out the amazing perfect plan. So as you can say, that's neat. So let's watch my thumbnails, so let's see which one is good, which one is bad. Like the thumbnails, they're usually just medium works. Like, I have amazing work, I have medium works, and I have works which sucks in some places. Let's say here, actually, let's just say medium. Like, I don't think I have the work which generally suck. I think in all my works there will be some good ones and bad ones. I don't know, I think some of my direct for memories will be badish. We will see right now. Okay, so the first thumbnail is for my gameplay session of Beneath the Steel Sky. Okay, if you watch my previous thumbnail, it's this one. I was suckish at this game, was the dumbest episode ever, as I found out recently, I really suck at this game. Okay, mostly because again in this game, it's all pixely, and so it's really hard to find the object you need. And once again this game, I think it's mostly required to do everything in the same order, so which I was find very hardish. Plus again, items is really hard to find. And plus again, some items. I wish in this game there was a button which allows you to freaking check every place at once. Like every place you can interact with. Maybe there is such a button, so I mean I think I googled it but I didn't find anything, but although it was like a very short Google search. Maybe I need to go deeper and I find this hotkey for highlighting every item in this area. Because again, there was always problem with highlighting and finding objects that I need to use. And I think in most other games where you point and click, there was this highlight button. Although, okay, let's remember, I play Slender Threads, no highlights, unless I don't know there is highlights. And memories only, also don't remember any highlights. Okay, maybe there is a button for highlighting. With memory only, I just started. And with Slender Threads also not highlights, although maybe there's a button for highlighting. Because again, I literally don't remember controls at all. So here my thumbnail for this one. Again, I decided to place Beneath the Steel Sky again, because the previous episode of Beneath the Steel Sky was absolutely nothing. There was nothing. Like, it's not even a real episode. I mean, okay, I don't really consider it to be a real episode because I did talk to characters, did some actions, but mostly it's freaking not an episode at all. It's like a short. Like, you can cut all the moments when I not doing something progressive, and you have like a 5 minutes video. And then the next one, I did much better because again now I know what to do. Okay, I would say the next episode was just me exploring stuff. Again, when it's exploring, it's again something new, but again there's a... I was also stuck again. Yeah, I would say I will give you a small spoiler. My next video on gameplay channel will be Beneath the Steel Sky. I will continue this game and again my struggle will continue. Well, I did go through progress a lot. Well, not a lot. Let's say slightly less than this video. But for the final, it will be Horny Me, revenge from positive me stupidity. Because again I want to draw Horny Me, and again I don't want to be positive me. Okay, originally was supposed to be negative me, but I decided to draw Horny Me because I also like him slightly. I could say positive and Horny my favorite, with negative me being on the 3rd place, and moody and greedy me in the same place. Like I see them equally. I would say that's how I like my characters much often. Again, decided to do this darkness and effect of freaking wanting to take revenge. He will take this picture and crumble it. And once again for other details, I don't think I did anything special. I mean, I did these neckliners, these chest packs, and again, mostly nothing special, just my simple art style. Maybe slightly different, but simple art style. So for next thumbnail, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next thumbnail is also an exact thumbnail because it's thumbnail without OCs. Okay, I've been thinking about it, but yeah, mostly I just draw my OCs for fun now. I mean, it's my channel OCs, and again, but still I like constantly draw them. So I decided to draw something new. It was because I have no idea what to do special. I come up with this idea which I have for a very long time. It will be the deaths of HELLUVA boss, both shitty deaths and good deaths. Because again, in HELLUVA boss we meet all the cast parents, and the only good one being the death of Mania. With Crimson, Cash, I think his name was, and Maiman, they all suckish dead. And so I decided to do this like death contest via this Mania death, whose name I don't remember. But I think it's Bob, but it's Bob, I don't remember exactly. We'll be holding this best death award ever, and while Crimson and Cash will not care because they don't care about this stuff, and Paimon being curious because again, he kinda think he is a good death. Well, in reality he's not. Well, better than we have others, although he neglected, although he's forcing. Although again, he come from royalty and there is a culture, and I think there always been a culture which forced you to marriage. I mean, we humans will have this thing. Although we don't look down. Well, how much you look down? I think usually it's got religious meaning, so we don't exactly look down because we can't accept other religions. Although we can't do find it idiotic. And maybe just me. Well, how much idiotic I find it. Well, force of marriage. So if I'm not even a big fan of real marriage, it's official marriage. Well, for now, maybe I will change my mind in the future. For now, I have no desire to get married. And again, it's like mindset which can easily be changed. So for now, yeah, I just think in this way. Although, man, he like didn't pay attention to his son at all. Well, I mean, he did kinda was there, but not there. Yeah, I think they could be much worse and they could be much better. So kinda in this middle. But with Cash being bad and Grizzly was freaking horrible. So kinda with every death we meet, they kinda go wrong. Like, we have the best death, which is Millie death, then Cash, who saw his son and asked him to rob. Nah, first we actually meet Payment, who's like this royalty who neglected. And then there's this Cash who makes son do something for his own gain. Although Payment also kinda did for his own game. Although it was for the game of the whole Jaiden family. Again, I'm not sure how it's very important to have a daughter or son, because I have no idea how Jaiden work. And we have freaking Crimson, who's the worst. And for that stuff, well, okay, first of all, I freaking suck at drawing husband photo characters. For some reason, husband photo characters are characters I possibly cannot draw exactly the same as a show. Like, I have a really strong desire to learn how to draw characters exactly in the same way as a show. I would say with movie characters, they all look different. But with husband photo characters, it's like a very different. Maybe because of my bendy lines. Well, I mean, I do have very bendy lines, which I cannot not always even fixing. Well, fixing when I find it really horrible, when it's like horribly bent, like unforgivably bendy. But for that stuff, well, for mainly that here does not look great. With Crimson, finish. With Cash, is it even his real name? I can't think maybe his name is not Cash. But I think it was Cash. And plus it have a deeper meaning. Okay, maybe Millie that also have a deeper meaning with his name. Because again, man, I don't think every character have a deeper meaning in their name. We just have the Hellhounds name after some cosmic stuff. The Blitz kinda sound like Turkish, then just remove the O. Moxie and Millie does not give any ideas of what they're supposed to be. But Crimson is a color. And Paimon is Argaita. And with Paimon, okay, I think he was Spanish, but again, I decided to cut his lower half of body since he will be hiding behind other characters. Either just kinda kneeling there and being on top of the spin, and also for mask, well, for face, it's his face. The lines in the face in the original one are so bloody complicated, so I decided to do a simple dirt. But mostly again, bendy lines and imperfection and proportion. But once again, man, he looked pretty funny, although bloody hell wish he was better. Although I always wish they were better. I don't think I ever do something to make it better. Oh no, I do learn some interesting things, but again, in my finals I usually take a liberty of... Should I actually take liberty? Well, I have some amazing thumbnail. I also have some poor thumbnail. I also have days where I have no desire to make thumbnails. Well, thumbnails are an interesting case in me. But for color I decided to use a bunch of random colors in the background, have no idea what interesting thing I can use for backgrounds. Again, for all the characters I would say Millie that is like the weirdest looking. Maiman look fine, Crimson look fine, although again not in like an original one. Maybe I pick different color. I don't know, I'm trying to be close to original and even the suit and that stuff. Although I also take some expectation because I use some reference images, but I need some other expression like the Paimon being in an exit mood. I don't remember him being in an exit mood. Although maybe he thought it was an active mode. I don't remember what reference image I use. For Prism, I use his reference image of just standing statically, but also did the crossing effect of the arm which I like. For Cash, funnish again, very bendy lines. Actually, why his horns are so bendy? Yeah, his horns are really bendy. Okay, maybe I might create a crash and I have to restart it and I forget to freaking do my static meshing with my brush. And again, oh yeah, no, that's all I can say. So for next thumbnail, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so for the next thumbnail is reactionable cast. With cast it's really hard for me to make thumbnails because I usually run out of ideas what to do. Because cast video is just collection of movie recap. So basically just the same chemistry, just the movie changes and movie gives such different perspective. So it's hard to me decide what to make thumbnail for. So it's kind of the point of this one. Me, in a cast art style, not able to tell what to do for thumbnail. Okay, I would say I bloody like drawing cast art style. Okay, it's not exactly cast art style, it's my reputation of how my characters will look in cast art style. But cast have this tendency to like give characters unique aesthetic, which they are the blunderization of the original aesthetic which they have, or something completely unique. So for this thumbnail I decided to do this one. First of all, I bloody like my characters when they look in this art style. For some reason, this art style is one of my favorites. Like, I like this bubbly seems nice, which is going on top of each other, and I like this shivering effect. Although I don't like it that much to already become my original art style. Because I would say it's still nice to draw. I mean, I have this art style which I really like to draw. Which will be... Which will it be? I like the sticky to the man art style, but again it's complicated. My character's in the sticky to the man art style, you couldn't tell. And I like... what else I like? I like it. I like drawing my characters in Slender Friends art style. Okay, I would say I like drawing my characters in very unique art styles. It's always bloody interesting. And I think it's always end up pretty nicely. Or dependable. Let's say when I do Piemation art style, it's pretty simple. Also I did some other art style, which again looked... the first time I did Metarana art style was pretty weirdish. But for the stuff, I think it's also just finish. But the next thumbnail... yeah, that's that much. Again, it's very simple thumbnail, so let's go to the next one. Okay, so the next reaction is for Vivziepop short, so it will be Zoophobia and Holidays. And again, it's like the third reaction in a row. Although it's expendable. I again remind you that I started making 2 videos in the same day, then switch to one day and the next day, and mostly again I start making twice as much content. So yeah, I kinda like the idea. It's weird way I think I will be able to watch famous stuff and play more stuff. And plus again, I do take very long to play games, so I kinda like this idea of making 2 videos in the same kind of each day. Again, it's complicated. Maybe I need to change my way of doing stuff. Maybe instead of 5/4 days, take 6, or maybe whenever, or maybe like with the second upload, take whenever I have desire to make it. Because again, it's not big of a loss. So for the holidays, I decided to do holidays because I did Zoophobia a couple of times. So holidays will just be a portrait of yourself being with pumpkin head and a deer. I don't think we learned the name. I know maybe we did, I just don't remember them. So again, this one simple one, but again, originally I was thinking about like making a cupid or the turkey. Oh, that's some ideas. I don't exactly remember what I have desired to do. Also, my memory is not that great. This one was made a while ago. I decided to put my projects there as a representation of Valentine's Days, and then that those 2 guys missed Valentine's Days. Although I think they don't like being celebrating Christmas and Halloween without skipping. Well, there was also Thanksgiving, but again they just laughed a bit. So I decided to put Valentine's Day as a nice idea for them. But I think it was like a ship short. Well, means I gave this ship fight. And I'm not totally okay with them being shipped. I thought I'm okay with it, so what hard to complain about. So for this one, I gave a very simple thumbnail. My portrait for myself being in like this, a simplest way without it on the big thumb. I know I did it in this perspective. So the... ooh, idea. I need to put thumb behind my... no, actually... oh no, it's kinda like... I think it's in this position. Totally need to make it slide. Okay, we'll try in the future. Also again, a very simple-ish way to draw. Actually, soon I start giving my characters tips. Like, I really like the idea of them having tips, I will start giving them to them. Also again, man, okay, with Colin guy, it's like very simple design, again, look like a original. And with Reindeer, honestly, I have no desire to put him, but I decided to put him. And I didn't want to like make him full body, so because he's short, I decided to take a shortcut by only putting his profile up there. And with Halloween guy, not much could say. Yeah, again, they very simple one. Yeah, one of the simple ones. The one I'm okay with, but again, simple. Okay, for the next one, let's go right bloody now. Again, the next family is also very simple, and plus I'll make reuse. So I decided to use the background, just draw my positive step and negative step, which is again very simple characters for me to draw. So again, because of my soon learned hiatus, it was about time I learned about my hiatus, which would last for 12 months. And for you to know, it will be like a year. Which again bloody shocked me, and I did hit a little bit panic. Started slightly panicking. I decided to get this mindset of me to make as much as content as possible. With some hit on my drawing channel. I decided to give my drawing channel a hit. Like finish some project, but mostly again, not put a lot of work into that, because again there could be a chance I make a project which I will not be able to finish. And I would bloody hate it to have a project which will be lasting for years and only return after a year. So I decided, yeah, it would take a hit. And mostly again for that stuff, a very simple thumbnail where it just again with Wilmot warehouse, because of my poor attention span, because of my complete desire to stack, and mostly again because I'm not fast enough, and again have very bad attention span. And I usually just focus on one thing and completely forget other things. Like the idea lived very strong in my head. And once again, I created such a mess. And which one I need to fix. And once again, well, I did fix a little bit, but again start cycling again. Generally, it's really hard for me to adapt with games. And once again, positive me asking for help of serious me. Because again, the positive me is kinda the one who come up with ideas of not stacking them, just making this pillar, while negative me who actually want to make a good content, I want to be good at games. I don't know, maybe it's a greedy me. I would say greedy me kind of more of the gamer. Want to be good at games and 100%. Or moody me is when I suck at games and I get moody. And horny me is when I act sometimes horny. Okay, so for this one, again, very simple. Again, maybe head shape is different from my original art style. Again, most of my original art style is constantly changing. I also did not do this little a big thing on the portrait of my characters. I usually do them when I am in profile. Although positive thing have this thing, negative thing for some reason does not. Again, mostly again, I was in a panic and tried to make easiest thumbnail as possible. And after sometimes I will return to some good thumbnails. Yeah, that totally will be some good thumbnails. I remember there was thumbnail I was very proud of. But for next thumbnail, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next thumbnail is for my speedrun of Alpaca Stacka, which again a game I put in a box. And yes, I put games in the box. Okay, by the box I mean I will not play this game until I get myself a joystick, a very unique joystick, until some people come up with an interesting challenge I will be interested into, or the game developers make some update to the game which I will be also very interested into. So once again I put in games I removed from my computer until I get some interesting content to make about this game, because again I will not be able to play games constantly without a strong reason. So again with this game, there's not much I can do in this game, mostly I just speedrun it, run it to fall into water, and also hit every tree possible, and run around the maps. So because I was curious about the whole map. So for that note, it was Alpaca Stacka. So for this one I decided to reuse again the image, or change it a little bit, give your literal eyes, and removing the humans. Mania run on the island. Again, very simple thumbnail, and again, well actually this thumbnail was made before my hiatus news. So again, this thumbnail was really very well done, because I want to easy thumbnail, because I want easy thumbnail without any strong reason. I just think I would make 0 sense. Again, very simple one. I try to keep Alpaca in the same art style, but again, there's like very big difference. Well, because I think it's like done differently. Have different meaning behind it. Well, no meaning, it's just Alpaca who's run because I'm speedrunning this game. Like what says speedrun is like the most important part of this thing. Actually, did I put record on this one? I think I did. Well, you should check. Okay, maybe I did not. I need to put it later. Although we'll check. Although again, my record was freaking broken because I messed up with time slightly. Yeah, I will check it right now and we'll go for the next video right now. Yes, I did put the record with plus or minus because I fucked up the timer. I will censor this word. So the next thumbnail is for my reaction of Five Nights at Freddy from Piemations. Basically, AM At Freddy's whatever. So for this one, okay, idea was again, I can set my mind to I make the video, montage the video, check the video, make thumbnail, upload it, right there I make the thumbnail. Then after I make a thumbnail, I make another video and do the same thing. Once again, I was fully set to make videos as much as possible, screwing my deadlines. Like I usually like wait 3/4 days until to upload, but now screw this, I will upload every this day. But then kinda, yeah, I also was thinking about like my channel will take the hit. I will stop making videos for a head channel for a while. Because again, for a head channel, I really didn't want to make a project which again will go, like will wait years, well yeah, until it get finished. Like no work at all, like a year without any work on this project. And again, I kind of didn't feel like this idea, so I decided to, let's just take a break and do that stuff. So as for a head channel, I just finished my drawing for Drake animation very quickly, and then take a break. But then I realized that I have more than I imagined. I start finishing some work and like put more into my finishing those works I started, which again will be made builds, and the next challenge will come very soon after this one. Or maybe I will miss the deadline. Again, remember, if my hiatus actually happen, I will upload the video of my next drawing right after I finish the montage. So for this one, again, very simple. Use Piemations Freddy, and it was a reason reference of Piemations Freddy. Well, in this one, I think he was more dusty. And then my push yourself in behind the back because it's easier. Basically, again, going to be easy one. Well, I did some nice work with Freddy. Although, yeah, nice work with Freddy. I think it's one of the nice one looking. But again, very simple one. I guess so for next one, let's go right bloody. Also, I decided to press a nose because for some comedy. Okay, let's go for next one right bloody now. Okay, after this panel, I will take a slightly break so we can get a bit of sleep because I'm tired and I'm making this video at night. So there will be morning. And again, maybe it depends if I have enough space because again, I make a really big project right now and the controls have a lot of space. I will make this video later. So the next one, it was a reaction from Meta Family, the piercing episode, and again I have absolutely zero idea, so I decided to go with the theme of this episode, the piercing, and thinking which characters of mine will get the piercing. It will be horny me on the nipples, and again him being horny, he will show you all. So in the art style, it's not art style Meta Family, not at all, just my simple art style, and mostly again, yeah, nothing special in this one. Again, did these necklines, which I want to do, but I think I don't know, always looking great. Did the hair. Again, look pretty weird here, the nipples, and the those piercing. Also did a select of opening jacket which I like, and most again you can see a full body of myself. For that stuff, also did the biting lips, and bloody hell I'm taking this sleep break. I'm tired. Oh man, I think my speech will not be deep. I don't know, let's take a sleep break. I am really tired, and again, depends on the space on my phone. But again, as also the big chance of me being sleepy that I misclick and accidentally press the wrong button. And it's like the worst thing I can do. So it's not, let's just see you later. And the next video, let's go and let it now. Okay, so I'm back after this wonderful nap. And again, the next thumbnail will be for my gameplay session of Home Along Finale, where I would say this game become interesting. Again, in my tier list, I did a tier list, I put this game on OK. Now maybe we'll put it higher, although I still played it. Honestly, for now, enjoying this game pretty much. Although maybe I will not put it in different place, then okay, maybe just put it right close to the letters to shine that I like it a bit more than other games. Although, I don't know, I have to do it in my tier list system because right now it's hard to tell. Once again, because of this game alone, we're kinda stuck in a time loop, so I decided to draw all the characters which appeared. And again, mostly all the best will go to the characters who look him up front, because again, up front is like my best way of drawing. With back as being my cheapest way of drawing, and looking this way as that's gonna be bendy. Like this one does not look like it will be profile of a front version of this girl who never, I don't think we even learned. But most other characters will be Kentai, his brother, and Blondie. So again, in this game we don't learn a lot of names. Yeah, not lots of names I learn, mostly I just call them by... Yeah, only Kentai we have actually a official name, although maybe it's not even his real name, who knows. I mean, in this game anything can be happening. But I would say I'm enjoying this game quite nicely. Mostly because again, now I'm playing a bit more, and again, I usually enjoy everything, so no wonder why. But we have some secret level. Voicing, well, voice acting is pretty nice, although I would say in this game I mostly just voice best creepy voices. We have minuses of human characters, because for human characters I think I give weaknesses. Although for the monsters I just talking monstrous voices, maybe don't care about me pronouncing things wrong because they're monsters and pronouncing it right is weird for them. But for this one, okay, decided to do a little bit of shading, this close to the character's profile. Again, let's say most of the difference will be, again, let's say with these two which look up front, they're just looking different art style but not in the game art style. But the game art style is pixelated. The one who look from the back, it's Blondie girl. And again, they like hard to tell what they're supposed to be, like they just shapes. Well, you can tell the girl by the color and the lights and that stuff. Again, I did that because it was simpler. The one who looking up this way, the cat is really big, and eyes very big. I don't know, I kinda like messed up their eyes, I kinda look like aliens. Although maybe the fact that parallel universes created this illusion of freaking Spider-Man through home. If I can actually doing a point of finger meme, if you notice. Like, they're all pointing fingers. You got one who look like this from the back. Because again, I would say the arms will be hidden by the head. But once again, it's like a very simple thumbnail, but have some good parts in some parts, but most other parts are just suck. Because again, I was expecting to cover the bodies. But on this note, well, nothing much can say. I could say I recently started doing those anime eyes with those different colors and this little whiteness. Like I would say I start doing it much often. Like you can see it in my May dwellers. Like they have these animation eyes. Mostly not all of them, but half of them. Because I know, I kind of think it will make things look better. Okay, I'll still not sure do it for my Cs. But mostly I still it look better. On this note, let's go to the next one. Right bloody now. Okay, so the next gameplay session is for Sonic Mania. And man, I would say the old games are bloody hard. Okay, it's technically not the old game, but it's a game inspired by the past. I will have some past mechanic with some add of new things. Once again, in this game you die, you start in the beginning. For my beginning of the level, I'm not sure. I mean, for now I'm in the Toxic Waste, or how it's called, the map. Okay, Sonic fans probably hating me for not knowing Sonic, but again, Sonic as a series I've been just kinda familiar. At the factory level. And mostly, right now I didn't die there. Well, I didn't die in a way which I will not return, like most I have those saved to bless me. But most for now I'm not sure. Will I die and return to the beginning of this level, or will I die to return to Green Hills? Most I think Green Hills. Although we'll see the factory being a choice, possibility, like, you know, the game is not that cruel. But most of it, okay. Like also be whining can kinda get me to the thinking about the game being easy and real life games which should not being easy. Because again, mostly, I think my past games never bloody explain how to think of options, you have to figure out them by themselves. Mostly again, now games just give you chance of beating the game, like it give you some handicaps. Or like, you know, in the final games you have this button which will highlight everything. In the games you have multiple lives, well, sometimes games have limits. And in some games you can regenerate, well yeah, you can regenerate most of the time. These games, well, Sonic can also regenerate by collecting rings, but again, it's like a limited regeneration. You need to be around the rings to collect the rings you dropped. So kinda like this. And now talking about that stuff, also man, being in the Steel Sky is like the hard game I consider. Because again, it's hard to see object and it's hard to figure out where you need to click. But when you have an object and you... yeah, once again, you can just go around and clicking on everything. But once you have an object, you can actually figure out what you need to do. I mean, I can say I can figure out when I think I need to do when I find the object I need. When I stuck in the moment, exact specific moment, and I found out that to escape this moment, I now finally figure out things on my own. Although, some exceptions. Well, how much exceptions? I'm not sure, can be because in this exception, not. So for this one, I didn't do my characters in the Sonic art style because it's very complicated art style. Again, I didn't want to do lots of works. I decided to draw my voice self drowning in this purple slime. Once again, did lots of shadering on the slime, did a nice select for myself. I would say the place where I'm splashing, they're a little bit outlined there, there's no lines there. Maybe because I didn't plan to make it translucent, but I did make it translucent. But once again, for the stuff, I just try to create this wavy effect, but I think yeah, it's one of the simple thumbnails, but the channel pretty much okay with. So for next thumbnail, it's an interesting thumbnail. Let's go. So again, cameras in a row. I would say I start making videos in a row. So for next gameplay session, I don't know, because I do upload 2 videos in the same time, that's why in a row. Okay, so for this gameplay session, it was Battle of Wesnoth. So the idea for this one was, because I play games longer than other people, I decided to turn this into Battle of 100 Years. With helps and not fighting, because again, I would say, actually when I start playing in the next previous level, and I'm still on this level, and still fighting, I'm still stuck in this level. So for now, there is no win inside. But you know, I know some YouTubers like do something like a mission, like I need to get to this new level or to the save, and I can stop playing. I think I don't do this. I just stop playing when I see my time is like very close to the ending, and do an exception when I want to play longer. If I'm going to play longer, I play until my timer, until I collect other 59 minutes, so like it will be an hour with extra minutes video, with lots of extra minutes video, or until my phone give up, because again my phone have limited space on his phoniness. So for this one, yeah, I mean maybe for this game I need to just make my goal with beating one level. Since again, I'm kinda stuck on the same level and not winning, so like even if it's an hour, I have to beat this level, and maybe speed montage more often. Because I don't speed montage that often in this game. But for that stuff, okay, I actually do this with some games. I do it with Actually, I think it's like, no, with critical selection I do 1 level / 2 levels, and I have done 3 levels. But mostly again, it's also because of my recording, because it gets 2 hours, and again it's very long, and I just decide to be 2 levels because to have some content. I need some content. I can't just do the whole map for the whole episode. It's not content, I just stuck in the same place. Because it's my goal to get 2 maps and then give up. And for other games, but with you, I think luckily for you I was able to collect colors and move in levels pretty nicely. And again, just by the timer. And other games, well, GTA I do missions, but again, GTA is most depends on the timer. Although if I suck at mission and it's taking very long, it will do some extra hours. Like I will go longer. Other games I think it's pretty funnish. Yeah, with other games it's just based on the timer. But so folks, I decided to find the reference image and decided to be close to this reference image. Again with some hints of difference, because I want to be different and because I can do like perfect style of Wesnoth. So it will be elf with the blocking and having back eyes, for the backs underneath his eyes, and an orc who's blocking and have backs underneath his eyes as well. I give him close to orkiness and the image reference I have, give him something like a beard which is line a beard, while I use a different type of brush. And most further stuff, it's again very simple drawing, but again it's characters with a unique perspective look. So I find it pretty interesting. Like it's nothing much, but the characters done pretty nicely. Well, nicely depends on the 4 liners and 4 decisions. As for that stuff, yeah, I don't know, also give him back on his eyes, but again, because I color his this thing as well as the same color, maybe it's hard to tell. And also again, his expression does not show his tiredness. And both the elves look like more scared than tired. And for that stuff, I was drawing his armor, which is chain armor, which again, I usually just draw a bunch of lines, which is again, does not really look very good. So for this one, it was very simple, yet beautiful drawing. Or beautiful, yeah, I consider it nicely beautiful. So for this one, yeah, nothing I can say. I mean, mostly, what can I say? Just what I did. I draw in the art of the game, change slightly, do the noses, eyes, which I draw the size quite often. I do thumbnails while I do drawing challenge. Depending on what type of drawing challenge. I think I usually do those eyes for drawing this art style challenge, because again they look better than I usually do. Again, I also consider those eyes, which I usually do as my art style, it's part of my personal art style. But for that stuff, mostly nothing much can say. You can look at caps out in a safe place, but again it's just perspective for sense. So yeah, let's just go to the next one, right? Bloody now. Okay, so the next one is for my gameplay session of Among Us. Another gameplay session, a couple of gameplay sessions in a row. Like the first days of my YouTube, there was no such thing as a reaction, only gameplays. And I used to play playlists of every game I was playing. For now I just put 3 playlists of my reaction, and me gameplaying, and some drawings. So for this one I was playing Among Us. And the reason for Among Us is because there were some special updates of April Fool days. Everyone was a horse, so it will be the idea of my monoric being a horse and being right by the guy. Something like Alpaca Stacka, but again, yes, I'm like Alpaca Stacka. I did something similar to this one. And again, monoric is not fun of this one. So his eyes looking at the guy's face, the guy sitting on him, and again, not much. Again, it's very simple thumbnails. For this one, well, I bloody like events, especially when event doing something great, or some new things. But also hate event because for those events you have to wait for freaking years until this event. Well, not years, yeah. It's usually, if the holiday events, it will be holiday events. You have to wait for those holidays, and plus you have to catch this month and then again have this holiday event. Because there's so many games in this world which will do holidays events, and it will really be hard to catch them all. Well, I mean, okay. Overwatch probably do holidays events which lasted for a couple more days. And I will say Among Us as well. It's maybe April Fool days updates, which is last not so long. Although they should probably last slightly longer. There's so many games if they go on all 2 days updates, I will be impossible to catch them all, which is sad. They can wait for next year. Although next year I can just do a different thing, which is again sadish. But also I hate events which just lasted 1 time, like Fortnite like to do those events, even map changes. It's like, I like events because they had something new, and sometimes something new is like really amazing. But also I hate events because they lasted either for 1 time opportunity, so if you didn't play this game for your whole life, and you now started it, you forever miss this point. You will only be able to watch it on YouTube. Like if you want to do reactions of your gameplay footage, you will never get this amazing reaction of first witnessing these amazing powers this cube give you. I'm not sure about Fortnite now, I don't play Fortnite, I don't even watch it. But maybe I will in the future, who knows, I have this game, it's freaking free! I can actually start playing Fortnite now. No, I cannot start playing Fortnite. I don't have enough space on my device to start playing Fortnite. So I have to like beat a couple of more games. Maybe GTA. Like I think if I do GTA with bloody games again instead. I probably will play this game for years. Because again, there's so much content in this game. So like, that's hard to not be GTA. But for that stuff, for other stuff. What you can say. So, on this note, for next thumbnail, we will have, well, finally, some reactions. Next reaction is a reaction for Alpha Beta. Alpha Beta is very tech show, which again, I have the first time I did like the episode. Like, the Alpha Beta have the episode which I don't like. Which again was my first time. So mostly again, it's because of AJ and because again, he's not as great as that third. But I kind of think it's a mini Beta show. Like, hero is not heroes, they are gamers who can be jokes. And again, the idea is hero-ness, it's just the gamer hero-ness. But the gamers can easily kill NPCs, like, just pretend to be heroes still. And like being forgiven for the sins. So for this one, it will be just me, positive self lying on the bed, holding the picture, and the Wolverine mean, and on this picture there will be Eddie. Because again, I thought Eddie was a really good guy, because again, he like the only heroic member of Alpha Beta. But yeah, kinda me being disappointed with him. And plus again, he kinda become recently like a creep, who flirting with Ruby and being doing creepy stuff with her. Well, not much creepy. Well, how much creepy? I mean, I think the only creepy things which Void knows is the fact he wants to move close to her working space. And the fact that he flirts with her. Well, she's not that he flirts with her. Although, I think she kind of feel awkward, but I don't know, in the series finale I don't remember much. I think she just kissed him and say, no kissing, we're not there, it's not that easy. Maybe she have a boyfriend, maybe she's a lesbian, I don't know, it will depend on it. To tell if it's true. But what kind of reaction will have? Maybe he will have a reaction like this guy from Camp. Should I react to the series later? I don't know, it will be not so bad the reaction. Plus again, I think it's now on TVs. Until I think that some seasons not on YouTube now. Or maybe they are on platform where you need to buy it. Who knows, so we'll look in the future again. Now for this one, a very simple thumbnail. I did it in the form of comics, so that's why the half of screen is white, and there's little blog posts. So yeah, effective the comics I told you to do. Which again will not be the first time I did it. You actually can look at this thumbnail, it's got a comic effect as well. So this one, and yeah, not much can say. So for the next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so that thumbnail is pretty good, because it was one of those thumbnails where I actually did some lot of work. Well, how much lots? Did a couple of works to draw my characters in art style of the city and as the seas of the city. So I kinda was thinking, yeah, actually let's freaking do one thing and do lots of job for this one. Even it take me long, it took me a day. And so it's thumbnail for LACKADAISY, because again how it's one animation I never talk about and how animation everyone seems to like. Well, for now they say it's the best animation they ever. So me drawing myself in the art style of my project self in the art style of LACKADAISY and OCs of LACKADAISY. So we will be basically all the OCs, because I like drawing my own OCs in the same art style and OC and that stuff, because again I like to show how to look at this art style. Again, most of the changes are like not so big different. Like I would say for negative self his suit is different. Plus again he's a cat. For the catness decided to do this whiteness and grayness effect. And twice, like in LACKADAISY, there's similar art style vibes in there. And for that stuff, they will be drinking this cheap liquor, with all of them having nuke reaction, with negative me saying it's not taste great, with positive self having a heart attack, and with moody me, they just sitting there. With greedy me, he will check this, and my horny self, he will be scratching the table like saying, wow, that's it, stuff. And once again for this one, I don't know, again, I would say, LACKADAISY, not very close, but decently. I would say it's pretty decent. Again, no one will bloody hire me to work for LACKADAISY, because again, art style being close to my reference sheets is like not very big difference. Okay, so for characters they have this creamy or how grayish white color up to here and down the body, while the arms stop right there and they have just grayish palms. Decide to keep the beard because the beard always must be existing. The hair, because again, hair always must always be existing. Although I think the hair color differences is kind of weirdish. So if what I would say they're wearing wigs. Or maybe they're just cats who have 3 colors in the same body and somehow they managed to put this color of this one and make it go further and like, I don't know, hair gel, that stuff. So for other characters, I'll decide to keep the noses but remove some lines to show it's a mask. a mask noses, again doing the mask with pulling the hair to it, and further stuff. And not much, again, mostly just my portrait of my all arties in the unique characteristics, just with cat faces, the same eyes, and the same eyes effect. So basically, would say I use copies of my liners and just remove some extra parts and I just have what they need to be added. So kind of like cheating. Although if I want them to look exactly the same, I don't want like have multiple characters who look completely different. Because in fact they're supposed to be twins. And I already have a couple of images where they don't look like twins. For other stuff, yeah, not much. I mean, for clothes, maybe, I don't know, for clothes I think they're very pretty much, man. They're greedy me wearing a hoodie. I don't think hoodie was a thing back there. I don't think a hockey mask probably was a thing back there. Because again, hoodie me wear red and jacket, so kinda finish there. Make yourself wear suits, fine, put yourself wear shorts and t-shirt. But I think t-shirt, or not t-shirt, the tank top. The tank top is what probably, I thought there was a thing back there. Maybe not the short, but you know, he had his short underneath the table, so I can say he wearing not shorts. But that stuff, also decided to add ears because I forgot about the ears, and then them pretty quickly there. Again, most copying them, and I'll just copy of each other. And for other stuff, did the table effect with scratch marks, put some glasses there, which is again not perfect glasses. Again, about them being empty, that showing the point of self drink it fully, and next show that the Horsin self that took a sip. If other characters, they all look pretty funnish. I also did the effect of, okay, you notice that they have this whiteness in his eyes. For me, his whiteness is very small, to show effect of the shock. For other characters, the eye just moving and that stuff, yeah, that stuff. So for this one, did gloves for my greedy self because I want him to wear gloves. And for other stuff, not much, so for the next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, I noticed for previous one, there was no background drawing and table drawing. I think maybe I did forget to record it and I forget that I didn't record it and I forget to explain. So nice finally gameplay session of Dance Depends the Grid. So once again in this game, right now my interest for this game is slowly dying because right now I'm second in this game. But still play because I'm playing it. So once again, yeah, trying to figure out how to play this game nicely, and I think I kinda did it. Like I think I should be thinking about the path of the aliens. And maybe I should like put just guns at the beginning of levels. I mean, I'm not trying to find out a working strategy for this game, which is again an academy adaptation to the game. Okay, I would say I'm kinda see myself as a guy who adapt the game. Like I will die multiple times, but if we're there for becomes slightly better. But I would say, is it actually true? I know, like I don't think like it's a true. I think it's mostly, yeah, I don't know what this is. I mean, kind of feel like it is the case, but I think its case would be wrong. I honestly don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Like, kind of feel like it's true, but I could just be wrong. So for this one, just my point of self-screaming, with his jaw being open, because I want to learn how to do this effect. With him just doing his arms, which is again right here, and legs which are standing on the turtles, saying more guns, because again, I'm usually say this in the game often. And once again, I usually have no idea what to put. Like I would say, when I'm playing this game, it's mostly no idea how much I did. No good strategy, but some small strategy. I would say it's like not full strategy which plan everything, it's just a strategy of the thing I will do for now. And some short future, which I am not always calculating, yes. So just putting guns everywhere. So for this one, not much, so for next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next funnel is middle characters of the show, because again I think I don't do this often, so I decided to do characters of the show. It was middle drawn, so it will be Anne and Uzi just being scared in the forest of the cabin. But because the episode called Camps, and usually have this reference, or how much have this feeling of slasher movie, I was gonna also decide to get my characters as well. Okay, I really didn't want to add my... Oh, how much really, not really. I mean, if I didn't really want to add him, I would not add. If I decided to add my moody self because he wearing a hockey mask and look like a slasher character. For this one, I can be close to reference which I have, but again, I would say maybe some extra difference because again, many imperfection. So again, okay, maybe the head shape is wrong, maybe the hair and the head, the way look pretty wrongish, but again, yeah, they're doing close to this one. They walk in the forest with eyes, which they usually have the name Stress Freight, and Moody me being behind them, so not much can say about this one. Full episode, pretty fine episode. I mean, I'll say for now, Milk Drones are just okay silly to me. Not to offend anyone, but again, let's say, for now there's no emotion. I actually was one emotion. The episode 2, when the joke was about to be taken, I have emotion of concern for him. In next episode, I don't think it was concern, it was just curiousness. Will they bloody kill one of the characters who like appeared multiple times? They did, but not the one who is important. But for that stuff, not much can say about for this one. Again, it's very simple drawing. And mostly what I usually do with arms on the body is that it's fingers, like these fingers. Here I don't have not much to say for this droid. Again, mostly they have no interesting thought about the city. On the city was interesting in the way which is that some new details to the characters, but again I think I talked in this video, so go watch this video instead of this video. Because again this video is a reaction, although yeah, you can go watch that video. For this one, very simple, did this wood nest effect, but I think it's like hard to tell it's supposed to be woods. It's look more like a caves. And for that stuff, not much I can say. Again, very simple drawing. Not even to my liking, just very simple drawing. Okay, so for next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next one is a reaction for the Odd Ones Out, and a bunch of his videos, which I don't even remember. I think it's ended with sport. And maybe so his Subway City. So for this one, okay, first of all, say the fact that James do shadows of his characters. It's a really amazing effect. Like I did those characters, they look pretty fresh. The second I add some shadows which James have, they become so much better. Okay, maybe shadows like actually do some this extra different for characters, because mostly for my Mad Wells, the new one, I started doing some shadows underneath the character's feet, and I think they look. I think it's like the best work I have. Like I like the Mad Wells which I draw in previous one. But maybe not because of shadows, maybe because I did some more unique details for characters and like did some interesting characters. Maybe that's why I consider it to be like the best Meadows I ever did. Well, not the best drawing, I wanna try, I will have to look it out. Mostly, I don't know, like I feel that if I do shadows too much, the big chance the shadows will ruin the characters, because I did some incorrect shadows. Because for me, for now, shadows are like a new thing which I'm doing. So it's really hard to tell how to do it perfectly. I have to watch some tutorials. Maybe it's, I don't know, will I add shadows to my OCs? Because again, I don't know, like, okay, maybe we'll set some in the future. For now, I just slowly adding some details to my OCs, like the tips and that stuff. So for this thumbnail, it will be a pose of me being fat and laying on a sofa, like, I don't know, like something like this, but hiding his chin. And not gonna lose weight. And well, for me, just standing there, did saying to him that he need to lose some weight. Once again, very simple, in James R style, with some micro differences, but mostly trying to be close to James R style as much as possible. And possibly, well, the chill one scene maybe kind of weakish, I don't know. Like I trying to do a perspective here, but I think I just failed completely. But that stuff, and not much can say. So for next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next gameplay session is for Secret of the Man, the story finale. Okay, I stopped saying story finale at the end of my videos because I used to say story finale at the end of my videos when the story of the game was over. And I would do 100% challenge and stuff. And then I put the game in the box until I get myself a joystick, until people come up with more challenges and that stuff. Or the game gets some small updates. So once again, I beat the Secret of the Man, and I did the whole episode beat the game. Like mostly I would fancy the ending of this game. Actually, I would say after this one I started saying the ending of the game. Once again, sometimes I was wrong, sometimes I was correct. In some games I was wrong. In lots of games I was wrong. I think it's like the only games I was correct about the ending of the game. It was because I kind of want this achievement, like of me, before my hiatus I beat this game, which I've been playing for years. Yeah, totally 1 year. Or maybe 2. Yeah, it's one of the first games I started playing and I'm still bloody playing it. Okay, the reason for this one, first of all, like, take 3 days before uploading the games, I started to play every game. I have a bunch of games, and I tried to play every this game in a bunch, and then started a new bunch, with some switching and shuffling. So yeah, I have lots of games which I play and try to play all of them, but some games like get slightly forgotten. Not how much forgotten, yeah, they're obviously the game which you get slightly forgotten. But with other cases, also there was New Game Rush where I play on the new games and didn't play old games. So yeah, the reason why I'm playing this game for this long is kinda explanatory. And plus again, I would say if you play this game for speedrun, it will be more than 10 minutes. I will say when it's more than 2 minutes, so this will be a couple of episodes. But then also for this one, decide not to draw my OCs, decide to just draw characters of this game, hugging each other, or holding hands, not hugging, and just being nice with each other. Again, try to be close to our original art style, but let's say with shading and some perspective, it's not that great. Again, remember the ray is more thicker, going down with the body, but for head, pretty similar, but again, he have this more shading code, more colors in his face. And once again, for hair, they're pretty much bigger, but most likely you can tell it's ray, if you know the game. For Zylene, she's much taller, the head I think much bigger, means she have a big brain, but also for colors of the hair pretty close, maybe skin have more colors, but mostly I would say she look pretty cool. Again, let's say it's one of the cool drawings I have. Cheapish but coolish. Okay, so for this one, also did the arms holding effect, which I tried to figure out how to do before picture a while. decided to go with this one. I'm not sure it's correct or not. I think it's in this perspective. It's pretty correct. Again, I did exactly the same way. I did my arms, the way to draw arms, I did exactly the same way. I took my arms and put them here, which again, I tried to look at them from this perspective, and yeah. And for that stuff, not much can say, so for next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so next gameplay session is Lifeless Planet. Again, the reason I play Lifeless Planet, I thought this game was very close to ending. I was wrong. Let's say I was thinking about the way this game will be. I'm in a new world, I'm examining this world, I found some interesting things. The end of this world, I will just start this adventure. And this adventure by going home and dying and that stuff, I decided to stay. I was wrong. I was thinking I'm very close to ending, but again, right now the world started killing me. So I would say, okay, this I think is hero journey. Like it's like Hartman circle, but for the hero. And I have no idea why I'm in this circle, but I'm in this area where the world tried to kill me. So everything in this world tried to kill me. And for this idea, yeah, I decided to. Then I will play this game as long as my recording allows me, which was not very long. So yeah, we discovered lots of new creatures, and I was very fond of giving names to those creatures. So I decided to draw the stabbing bush, the stony tree, the mimic, and the sand puppy, which is really hard to tell that he's supposed to be there. Because again, he like underneath my chin, like this little difference in color is supposed to be a sand puppy, like a sand which is rising. But I think I did it very poorly. So again, I was very big fascination of naming things in games. But okay, do I name things often in games? So I name my guns in games. I name my car in games. I used to name puppets, but then I learned the real names, so I stopped naming them then. And then, I think I did a couple more naming, but again, I'm not big fan of naming. Although, no, I'm fun of naming. I like naming stuff. I like thinking about the name of the stuff. And the game allows you to name stuff, it's pretty interesting, to say. Because again, I want to have this gimmick of me giving characters and creatures unique names. Because I want, that's my imagination for naming stuff. Which again, I think, well, dependable. Like, I think, yeah, dependable. Very much. It's terrible! Whoa! I want to yawn. Oh, let me allow me yawn to yawn a little bit. And as for this one, he's much more positive stuff, holding the book in this way, with fingers, and yeah, just holding the book in a simple way. The pencil, which I, for some reason, I hold pencils only like this. Well, I mean, I don't do the real way of holding pencils, but I'm doing the pencil holding it there. What is lifeless? I think I said it, and I did. No, well, just this spiky rock, which is pointed out, which is very simple. The bush, I think in previous Lifeless Planet drawing, I did the bush so much better. Well, because I did him all wavy and that stuff, here I just draw a shape with lines and colors. I also draw a mimic. Okay, in the game, mimic look like a woman. I decided to just draw human-like shapes. I think it's also supposed to have this alignment on his lines, but I just did this shape. And for Sand Puppy, it doesn't look like a sand rising up. Again, the simple planet background, and for this one I didn't give myself a costume because I wanted it to be visible, very much visible. But then the costume was speed up the things a little bit. Did it? Not really. So, like, now my pose itself is just dying in all this atmosphere, which I'm still not sure, is it breathable or not? I mean, the woman can easily breathe, although the woman have green eyes and it's not a human characteristic for us to know. Maybe she like mutated to breathe on this planet. Maybe, well man, this planet probably have some atmosphere, probably. Or consider the fact that sound is being so delivered. So maybe some form of nocivity is there. Although, I also heard the fact that humans are very picky about atmosphere, and like some slightest differences will already be hard for us to live there. Either on greater level, other level will get sick. But on this note, not much can say, so for next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, back from another break. This time was break because I ran out of space my phone, so I had to clean it a little bit. So for next one will be for Piemation. And for my Piemation I was watching Overwatch, which is first of all was replay set, which is done completely different art style, and bunch other Overwatch shorts, well, Overwatch animation, which is done in pretty similar party animation art style, similar to Team Fortress, with some differences in skills which Pi obtained. And also the last one with Genji was in cardboard style, which Pi animation used often. So for this one, because it was such different art style, decided to draw it in the both art style of classic Pi, which I would consider classic Pi. I mean, characters and all noses, circular eyes and that stuff. And with this art style from Overwatch, with this white shoulder, spin, waist, and again noses, and again this unique head shape. I would say it's really hard to tell it's supposed to be Pi animation art style, because again, it's done in very simplified way. It was again, yeah, very simple thumbnail. I mean, mostly just two characters without any story inside of it. Just the same, that's strange. To be fair, I think you cannot even tell what's going on without this explanation. And once again, body lines, and again, I didn't draw him nipples. Although I don't think very much about nipples in the style. I don't remember seeing episode the short. Did I? I don't remember. So for next thumbnail, let's not keep you waiting. We're gonna write bloody now, and it's thumbnail. Oh yeah, I just realized what this thumbnail for. Okay, it took me some time to figure out for what this thumbnail was made. It's thumbnail for GTA. It's really hard that it's supposed to be for GTA because again, there's no GTA theming, just my two characters staging and talking about monkeys and stuff. So it was an episode where I did do nothing. I mean, I did the mission with this guy, business guy, as Trevor, and then race, but suck at race, and then just travel around the map. Basically, this gameplay session was typical of rule: if the chip talk, he make video longer. So for man, there's lots of videos where if I shut up, it just start talking when I do something important. I could grab such a good chunk of content. Because once I can speed montage often, and again, I have just to talk. And my talkiness make episode way much longer. For this one, there was a little bit of conversation about me not acknowledging the media of the world, and again, this kind of the idea of my characters to react to the billboard, which again appeared once in the game where we used like an ape, and also that stuff. But most again, this gameplay session was not rich on content. I mean, I think I get better GTA at shooting because I didn't die once while I was shooting, but I kind of forget how to race, because again, I remember I one time learned how to race, but then I just forget how to race. And again, sad fact that means maybe when I learn something, if I don't practice it, I will bloody forget it. So yeah, for this thumbnail, but it's just simple thumbnail, even not unique backgrounds, it's just simple backgrounds I do for my room effect. You know how when I have this rainbow effect, I will do this effect whenever it's something generic. But did this star effect in my eyes. Originally I was going to go bigger, but they decided to make them smaller. Or maybe it should be slightly bigger, I'm not sure. And again did this hand effect, which I also would like to test. And again, put yourself from negative I'm going like this. Other stuff, actually, yeah, I need to not color. Not colored in. Oh, yeah. I don't know, I think it's both. It can be colored, not colored, blind. And it can both be lined and not lined. But also that one, I also started giving tip to my characters. I think it was the moment when I started totally giving tip to my characters. They look much better. Or slightly better. I mean, I would say I just slightly make them better by adding some more details, but also changing a little bit the way I do the hood for my negative self. Like I started decided to give things up like a short, which again will do this and that. But with time it's not always looking great. And sometimes I need to add this liner. Well, we'll think about it in the future. Okay, so the next one was for my reaction of NAUTIBUOYS from Hannah Dagels and production by Moon, I think something Moon. So for this one I decided to do my characters in art style of NAUTIBUOYS. But I think it's not nailed, like I would say NAUTIBUOYS have a bit more different art style. Also again decided to do my little crazy eyes, which I like when they circle and they look in a different direction. And also decided to draw eyes out of my hair. Those Adventure Time arms which is circling, but again the llama might look pretty peakish. I think every character in this cartoon have eyes with this coloration, but was decided no, they have just simple dots for eyes, so decided to give dots for eyes, but I think it done inside the Cartoon Network art style. There's this girl with glasses who have this liners, so decided to do the liners based on her. But I also say I did on a simple-ish face. I think in cartoon some characters have this long noses with liners, others have just simple noses. Well, maybe they want to have simple noses or less of interesting characters. Okay, it's a tendency of doing these wild characters as the old Cartoon Network / Nickelodeon with unique characteristics. Which again, try to accomplish into my art style. Which again, I think I did like very simple-ish. Maybe I should like give them all these circular eyes instead of those normalish eyes. I don't like it's thing to think about. Although for Nemo kind of have a unique look. But his look is keep falling down, like you can see his feet, up his nose, and the hair slightly short. So basically decided to draw them all. Well, originally I was thinking about drawing all of my RCs, but with this one I kind of was missing the deadline, so I decided to make something really quick. And mostly again did not put all my characters together, just quotes of me said that he missed the deadlines, negative me working on a thumbnail, and for me just jumping off of the ship. So I had to put them in a ship. It was again simple ship design with sky, those sticks, and the wooden floor. The sticks was a bit complicated because I was drawing these sticks compared to characters, so like the sticks will be not fully made. They will be made for characters behind them, there was nothing there. And again for other stuff, and nothing complicated, let's face it. Yeah, you see how I was doing the sticks. Once again, they look very symmetrical, not very proportionately correct. Yeah, for that stuff, well, not much can say. I mean, yeah, not much can say for this thumbnail. Well, again, say it's not nailed art style, but mostly, I don't know, it's fun for thumbnail. Also, I decided for the interesting effect for the hair, I decided to this hair, which will be on the side, will be slowly curling, while this one will go straight. You can notice in this art style, so playing with my character's hair to change it a little bit. Okay, so for next thumbnail, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next thumbnail is for my gameplay session of Home Along Finale. This thumbnail is very simple. So I decided to draw this crowd deity, that's how I call him. Yes, or just crowd deity and like him being menacing looking. Well, not menacing, but again, it's really hard to tell what's going on if you don't know the game. But this one, okay, original idea for this episode name would be shitty voicing and lots of mystery, because I was opening lots of mysteries. And I think my voice acting, okay, I was voicing lots of monsters, so my voice was giving up on the human characters. So for this one, then I changed the idea to the crowd deity and make a deal with him. And so I decided to draw crowd deity, which is again very simple to draw. Well, yeah, very simple to draw. And again, there's not much to him. I just, well, okay, originally he don't even have this aligners on his body. He just pure white and black, with this big, with those hood and those wings. I decided to examine the details because he looked like kind of palish and empty. So I would say, I look funnish. I mean, for fan art of the series, look pretty funnish. Although, again, you need to know him, because for some people it just look like a mess of nothing. Like, I don't think you can even see a shape of a crow with the hood on. So kinda I see, but again, I played the game. I know who he is. I know what I was making there. But the next thumbnail, again, very simple thumbnail, and I think maybe one of the last ones. Let's go. Okay, I was wrong, there are like 2 more to go. Well, this thumbnail plus 2 more than my original thumbnail for this video. For this thumbnail I was watching how it should end it, and most with them, I mostly have no idea what to make thumbnail for, because again, it's just a simple collection of movies, so I decided to have my point of self eating podcast and be surprised by the law. Because sometimes I'm not understanding what's going on in the cartoon and in the movie, what's going on, because sometimes I don't watch the movies, and they make jokes about the movie and they close fan about those movies. So one of those movies will be 212, which I never watched, and the plot kind of was shocking for me. But again, I like this thumbnail of my point of self being shocked. Did him with very unique eyes, which again look pretty interesting. Originally, man, I kind of want to figure out how to make nice eyes which look in directions. I think when I do eyes which look in direction, it kind of look like the freaking shock surprise. So I decided to go with the surprise effect and with him eating popcorn. Once again, it's like very simple thumbnail. I think there's nothing interesting about it. Well, the teeth are pretty funny, but I think it's also work for this effect of surprise and general shock. Now for other stuff, well, for next thumbnail, let's face it. It's, okay, the next thumbnail is like very cheapish, and again, mostly it's like I want to get it over with. So this thumbnail for reaction of Jaiden animation. So, from all the things I could come up with, I come up with the idea of melting the guy's crotch. From the story I was stolen on this reaction that I once was shown off my brain, I looked at the guy crotch. Which again was pretty embarrassing, but with horny me, it's intentional. Okay, so for this one again, horny me is very simple-ish, and the Jaiden after, which again, I did very simply. And most further stuff, he will look at the crotch, and mostly nothing much. I mean, the seat position, the chairs I did really badly. For some reason, whenever the chair is turned, I can't figure out how to make it nice. Although maybe it's like not that complicated, just one part and second part, I don't know. Like maybe because I want to give more details, I make it complicated. Now for the guy head, I did it very poorly, so I will fix it by making a full circle instead of what I did right now. Like saying no to my laziness and just fixing it much better. So let's say I'm still pretty bendy, but again with ramps I can just go circle and then create a perfect circle. For this one again very simple thumbnail, not much I can say again. By background I didn't want to go with pure white, because again I'm not very fan of pure white backgrounds. I mean the reason actually I stopped doing them, because I started with pure white backgrounds. And I started with some colors for them because they can make it better. Yeah, do much better, because again, plus the characters are white, they will play the. But most for that stuff, not much, again, very simple thumbnail. A very simple story and that stuff. And again, I explained the reason for this thumbnail being this way. Next thumbnail is much better, but again, also very simple, which although look nice. Okay, my next thumbnail is for gameplay of Hue. And with Hue, it was like a very long video, because I had this mindset, I want to beat this game. Before my hiatus, I want to build all my games and be proud of myself, but most for now I beat only one game, which I started a long time ago. All with Hue and Lifeless Planet again, I didn't start long ago. They like from my, which batch this? 4th batch or the 3rd batch? By batches I mean, well, okay, I call everything bunch. bunch when I'm playing games, and like I play games in order, bunch when I do new game rush, and bunch when I collecting the games for me playing. So much for this one. Okay, because there was lots of scientists, almost I found Tesla also is Tesla, Gears, I don't know who invented Gears, so I didn't put him there, and Lasers, who is something, I don't remember the name, but they were the ones I mentioned him. So I just find a reference image and just draw those scientists all together. Give them this white as an eyes because it look nice. Okay, this white as an eyes do look really nice, but again for my OC I will not do this. And once again, it's Tesla and who invented lasers. His name is really hard for me to remember. Mostly because Tesla is like way big icon with this guy. Also, plus Tesla is often mentioned in media, and plus again, he been in freaking Ragnarok. Well, Reckon of Ragnarok, if you didn't get what Ragnarok I'm talking about. But bonus for this thumbnail, yeah, very simple. For background, I decided to go with random colors. No reference to Hue when I collect colors, but mostly just random colors because I want some colors on the background. For Tesla, well, nothing much. I mean, I give him this chin. For this guy, I make him slightly fetish. For Tesla, he has squarish head. Yes, he freaking has a squarish head. Well, kind of squarish. I would say it's squarish looking. For that stuff, for me, I decided to just do my back because again, I want to do my details for myself. And again, pointing fingers. For next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, next thumbnail is thumbnail for this one. So for this thumbnail, I decided to do in the form of comics, and just my characters freaking missing a deadline because again, I collected way more videos than I usually do. Okay, the reason I missed this deadline because again, I was mindset I will make as much videos as I possibly can, and plus again, I started fucking uploading twice the video a day. Again, one day and the second day. Which again, kinda make way more thumbnails than usually. Once again, I kind of was again focusing on my games instead of my drawing channel because again, I didn't want to have a drawing which I would never upload it. Okay, right now I'm like, right now I'm like having zero space on my phone, so I just pressing the button to bloody finish it because I right now have absolutely zero memory on my phone. So it's like, I'm pressing it and stopping, it's pressing, I'm stopping. So yeah, I need to clear a bit more of my space. So honest to this thumbnail, I decided to reuse lots of stuff, opening nice slightly, and then falling asleep. And then profile, looking at the clock. No, not profile, I didn't do profile. I want to do profile, but I decided to just do that stuff. Trying to figure out how to remove lines to keep it in the box, in the form of comics, and lots of options, empty space between those comic boxes. I think I cut them because it looks so much better. But yeah, I was trying to experiment with my comics, so maybe soon I will make another comics. Although, dependable. If my hiatus happens, then comics will not come soon. If my hiatus is cancelled, I will probably make some comics. So back I decided to go with something I already did before, and for other stuff, let me finish another destruction. So yeah, this thumbnail is like very simple, and again, nothing much of it. I think it's it's not ending. So for other stuff, yeah, very simple. I decided to blanket. Yeah, seriously, this thumbnail is very simple. Again, I had not much to say, and again, the reason why I make this thumbnail because I miss the deadlines. And most of this thumbnail I basically can run out of ideas what to do. I mostly decided to do this alarm clock stopping, with this hammer stopping, remove the colors, and basically, I don't know, again, not much can say. This one have no special difference. And for that stuff, also did the eyes bigger, yeah, nothing much. So on this note, it was cheap GP. Hope you liked this thumbnail session. It was very long, it was very complicated, not complicated, it was just heavy on my memory. But again, mostly, yeah, some of them were nice, some of them were not so nice. Again, like usual case. For other stuff, I hope you like, I hope you share, I hope you whatever you want. And you can go to my social media, my YouTube channels where this thumbnail come from, it's a reaction and gaming. And you can go to my Patreon, but again I don't Patreon shoutouts here, I do Patreon shoutouts my gaming channel and the reaction channel. But for this note, just have a nice day. Wait until I tell my news for hiatus. Although if hiatus is happening, I will make a video talking about my hiatus. If it's not happening, I will just continue working. And like reference sometimes that it didn't happen. So on this note, just have a nice day. Roll the end screen. Bye bye.